my friend. Give me just a second and we'll look at homework. Give me just a second, okay? Okay. Can you see that, my friend? Okay. People are mean to animals. Now, these are capital P's. When you write P's, they should be tell below the line for lowercase, okay? The same with the G, okay? Was found and turned in at Houston. Now, what is wrong with this? Can you tell me? It should have been capital because it's a proper noun. Okay. Petals malnourished. Does that make sense? Or petals malnourishment was dangerously low nutrition. Petals was dangerously had dangerous low or petals was extremely malnourished. Does this make much sense? Read that sentence to me. Read that sentence to me. Now, is this the noun or is this the verb form of malnourished? Because malnourished is the verb. It should be malnutrition. And part of that is looking up nouns or looking up words to make sure that you have the right form or you're not using the verb as a noun or the noun as a verb. Now, the persons who found the dog was rewarded. No, it was not that. They are offering a reward for the person who committed they're offering a reward for the person who this was not correct. Some people are nice to was this a paragraph about being nice to animals? No, it was not. Okay. And what is missing? The source. And I told you about that, didn't I not? And I even put that in there as if it was a source, you need to include that. Okay. I would give this a C minus, my friend. Okay. You understand that? I'm not going to give you a D for something that you're trying to learn, okay? But when I've given you my expectations, did I not tell you what I was looking for? Yes. Did I not tell you to include the source? That's pretty important, okay? Um, my camera's not on. Silly me, I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. Is that better? And I waved at you and I wondered why you didn't say hello back. Now I know. I am so sorry about that, my friend. Okay. I'm hurting, so it's taking me a little longer to get things to function, okay? So what is this about, my friend? What is this about? Okay. So what could you do? Okay. So we're talking and what is important here? What is important? The date, okay? You see this here? This tells you when it was written down. Here is the author. And this is the periodical, the source of it. This would be, okay? Instead of saying Newsweek, it should be the taste of home's additional processes. You see that? So that information is going to be important, isn't it? Okay. So talk to me. What is this? What? Read that and tell me what it says. So do we need any of this information? Because do we really need their handy tips and tricks? Or are they trying to send us to somewhere new? Okay. Um, so talk to me. What is this about? Now you are they giving you the actual recipe or do you have to click on it? You have to click on it. So what is this telling you right here? Okay. So what they're telling you, hold on. There we go. I'm sorry. Um, Something that keep in mind, they're telling you how long it's going to take. Here are your ingredients, right? And this tells you how hard it is. Something like Rice Krispie treats would be extremely easy. This one takes a little more skill, okay? So what can we say about this particular? How can we put this into like one sentence? What what could we say? What are they saying about this deeply fudged cookies? What could you say? That they're good for any party or potluck. So I'm just going to abbreviate JBC. It is good party. I'm going to put homemade or party treat. How's that? Now, something that if you're going to write about it, if you're going to write about jumbo brownie cookies as a paragraph, what are some details that you could include? What are some details that you should include? That you could include here. You could include I would include the main ingredients and the cook time. Okay. Because out of 44 cookies, are you going to write about all 44 for for an essay? No. So I would say pick 3 of them. Okay. Old fashioned but peanut butter cookies. Which one would you want to look at? Let's see. Vanilla meringue cookies. I don't like making meringue. It's a lot of work. Um, First place coconut macaron. I would not make macarons. They're not a favorite cookie for me. Um, Peppermint meltaways. So they would be good for what? Christmas cookie because of the peppermint. What kind of cookies would you like to keep? Peanut butter blossom cookies. I like these. What do you think? I like these. They have chocolate. Do I like chocolate? Yes, I love chocolate. Um, the coffee shortbread. Okay. So which one would you want to look at? We're not going to go through all 44. So let's just stick with the 7 that we have so far. Which ones do you want to include? This one? Um, okay. So what do you think we could put here? what would be some good things that we should put there? Okay. Is a classic for a reason. You into a chewy soft peanut butter cookie. So what would you have to do first? Make what? Make peanut butter cookie, okay? One detail is classic. Two, start with peanut butter cookie. Three, you put nestle means push, okay? And kiss into dough. So what do you think I just did there, my friend? So what do you think you need to do there? Go for it. Okay. So what cookie would you like to look at now? You want the peppermint meltaways? Okay. So what can we write about that? Read it and tell me what you get from it. So what do you think is important? The last cookie, what was it? What did we put? We put some directions, didn't we? So what can we put there? What do you think would be important to put? This would be what? A good what? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Okay, so what could you say about this? Would be what? Good for what? Good for when? Christmas, right? Okay. What else can we say about it? Does it need lots of special ingredients or something that you can get real easy? So peppermint candies, easy to get, right? So not fancy ingredient, right? What else could we say? Is it hard or easy? Or is it medium difficulty? There you go. And you could label it peppermint meltaways. Okay. Okay. What do you want to look at now? Do you want to look at the vanilla meringue cookies? Or do you want to look at like the old-fashioned peanut butter cookies? Or do you want to look at the jumbo brownie cookies? Which one do you want to include? The white ones? These? Or those? One or two? Okay. So what can we say about it? Talk to me. What notes do you think you ought to put there? Okay. And they can be what? Do they have to be one flavor or can they be many different flavors? Okay. What would be also something important, do you think? What could be one more detail? Does it take lots of ingredients or common ingredients? Because cream of tartar, I have it in my, if you want me to go get it, I can. Cream of tartar is used in a lot of baking. Eggs. How many people have eggs in their house? Most people, right? What about sugar? Do most people have sugar? Yes. We're talking white sugar. Hello? Hello? Okay, so what do you think you ought to do with that? Okay, so think about something. How do you think you could, what would be a good topic essay statement for this? What is it? Are you going to be talking about how to make spaghetti? Or what is it about? Yeah. So I'm going to go to the whiteboard and we're going to do a quick pre-write, okay? How many cookies? What kind of cookies are we looking at? Are we looking at store-bought or homemade cookies? The article, was it about store-bought or homemade? Homemade cookies are different types, right? So you can have, what was the first type that we talked about? You remember? Look at your notes. Look at your notes. I'm sorry? Hold on just a second. The name of the cookie was peanut butter blossom cookies. Okay. So they can be what? It's a classic. What else? What do you make first? Make what do you what did we put there, my friend? Make what do you make first? What kind of dough? Not just cookie dough. You make peanut butter cookie dough. Then what? Put on what? A what? Kiss on the dough, right? Okay. So what was the second cookie? And you remember the name of the second cookie? And you can see that I'm actually going back to the article because it wasn't just peppermint candies, it was peppermint melty ways. Okay. So what can we say about them? What can we say about it? Look at your notes. Okay. What else? What else, my friend? I'm sorry? Say that one more time. What else? Say that one more time. And I'm sorry if my spelling is not right. And what was the third cookie? What was the third cookie? Look at your notes. I'm sorry. And once again, you know what I'm doing? I'm going back to the article to get the name. I'm literally copying and pasting. So what were some details that we could put about that? What else? What else? Okay. You see how I took the notes and I made it into a pre-write real easy? Now, what do you think your homework is going to be? Yes, it is to write an essay. What do I want in that essay? And I'm going to put rough draft, okay? Which means it does not need to be edited. What am I going to want besides the rough draft? Source, okay? Do you need help finding out about that? Okay. Hold on just a second. Um, Now, where are we going to start? You always start with what? Have last name, first name. Then what? Date. Oh, I'm sorry. Name of the article, which is what? 44. best. And I'm not going to write it all out, okay? Period. And then what? The article, the, it would be Taste of Home's editorial process. And then what? The date, July 23rd, 2024. Okay. What do you think got to do with that? Am I always going to be writing out your source, my friend? No, you need to learn this. Name, article, publisher, and then, and actually, this should be underlined. Okay. And then the date. Do you have that copied, my friend? Okay. So what is your homework, my friend? Okay. Does it have to be edited? No. What does it have to have? I don't want you to turn it in without the source, or I'm going to literally turn it back to you. Because that's something that we've been covering for a long time. You can't say, I didn't know to do that. I should not have to keep telling you, put in source. Because if you don't do anything else, you should put in the source. That's real important, or else you're taking credit for somebody else's work. You want somebody else to take credit for your work? Then don't do it to somebody else. Okay? Once again, does it need to be edited? I'm not looking for the final draft. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay? But it has to have what? What does it have to have? The source. And how many times have I covered that? A lot. So how important is that? It's extremely important. Because if you're taking credit for it, I'm just simply going to just tell mom it's a 0 for today. And I'm done. Have him fix his work. And I'll get mom involved. You understand me? How often do I get mom involved anymore? All the time or very little? Very little. But this is so important. I will get your mom involved. You understand me? Okay. When am I going to see you, my friend? Tomorrow. She's telling me tomorrow. Okay. 2:30 tomorrow. Okay. I just had a child go a little longer. That's why I had to put it off just a little bit today. Okay. But I'm not going to go any more beyond because you're going to have something else to do. Okay. I will see you tomorrow. Many blessings.